We'll make her have a wisdom check. I'm going to say the DC is 15 because that's not her stealth field generator, so she probably wasn't overly thinking about it because she's not used to having it. Unless anyone would like to try to make an argument for a different DC.
I think that's
fair. Yeah, okay. There's only one stealth field generator now. It's on Ariel's waist.
Wonderful.
So, yeah, Kalani. I mean, we had you reroll stealth at an earlier point. So I think we basically are just going with the fact that you took the stealth field generator off of Ariel earlier when you were walking down the first alley and took it.
Okay, I guess we can go with that.
Someone's gonna have to pay Dirk back
So
for the money that he spent on that stealth field generator.
I think only two people know how much he actually spent on it.
Okay, so where?
So in conclusion, you can
roll
reroll
again,
your
right?
stealth with advantage. Okay, so do you want to add a force point to that?
Well, what was Gerard's total?
24.
I don't think I'm gonna waste a force point. You are not particularly good at stealth. Oh boy.
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess that means it's time for some more intense music. So as you guys make your way across the factory floor, you hear one of the troopers call out, "I see them! They're over there!"
No, we're not.
Is there some small thing around on the floor somewhere that I can fling at the guy with the force?
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff.
Preferably something a bit off from our direction from him. What are the rules about the...
The rules about what?
Move light object.
I think we determined that it had a pretty long range, didn't we?
So something pretty near the guy and not coming from our direction. I'll fling at him.
Okay, we're just gonna repurpose this map and say this is what the inside of the factory looks like.
Okay.
The rule book says 6 squares in any direction. I don't know what you guys think up for your house rule. Probably wasn't here yet.
Yeah, 6 squares in any direction. That's fun.
Yeah. Well, so you can move it 6 squares, but you can move anything within your line of sight. It doesn't have to be within 6 squares of you.
Oh, I see what you're asking.
Okay,
Yeah, it
Clenny, so
doesn't. The rules don't give a limit distance. It says within line of sight.
yeah, so you can sort of, if you just want to ping a spot on the map. So
Which guy was it?
it sounded like it was this guy, the guy to your immediate right. Why do I not have my pinging ability? Oh, here we go.
And where's the door we're heading to? Also,
Down here. Because of limitations, I cannot erase the wall that's covering up the door. But it's down there.
so something generally from north of them. Let's say, if possible.
Okay, let's have everybody roll for initiative. Just so we have that.
Hey, now we can have an explanation as to why he was meditating.
Fantastic. Wasted on a joke roll.
And of course, my initiative has to be horrible.
Okay, so you guys notice that the Sith Acolyte moves in your direction, as does this guy. Okay, so you use move light object, like around here. Right?
Since he's moved, maybe more. Something like there. I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna treat that as a deception feint type thingamabob.
Deception feint thingamabob.
Yeah, if you look in the rule books, that's exactly what it says.
Thingamabob is in the rules.
Yep, right on page 66 of the core rulebook, under the deception scale, it says feint thingamabob. Make a deception check. Standard action.
Oh, goodness.
Don't worry, it's not us.
Guys who show up 2 hours late don't get to be sarcastic.
That was genuine concern. That
Oh,
wasn't
okay. A
sarcastic.
feint is now what I actually see. Okay, so actually, the feint thingamabob is actually synonymous with creating a diversion to hide. That's why the feint thingamabob is separate from regular feinting, which is completely different and not what we need in this case. Okay, so it's versus their will defense. So did you make a use of force check? No, you didn't. Okay, so you can go ahead and make that. And they all turn to look in the direction of where you moved the object. So y'all can attempt to make another stealth roll and run for the door.
You got to be kidding me. No. Kalani, you can re-roll. If I remember right, you still have the stealth belt.
Maybe Kalani glares at you and takes off her belt and slaps it into your hand in disgust.
No, I got a 21. Yeah.
So did Kalani, okay.
Oh, Delphert gets into the chat, and all of a sudden there are a high number of users in the video call.
So we're going to have them make their perception rolls at disadvantage.
That's a good thing. Disadvantage is a good thing this time.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Okay, so you guys make a break. You successfully make it to the other room. But you hear the Sith Acolyte say, "You fools! They're escaping over there!"
What is this, Darth Bane?
We're trying to get off of your lawn.
Darth Bane, is that what Darth Bane sounds like?
I like that voice.
No, it's a bit of a joke because it sounds like Bane from the Batman thing. A bit.
What?
Yeah,
Is there like a part of the map we're on here, or
Of course.
kind of, yes.
Yeah, I pinged it just now.
That should be his voice.
it says my connection to the server's been interrupted, so I don't think it followed that.
It said operator error. Please
Yo.
be better.
I don't think I have control over the server connection.
That is why you fail.
I 100% love Tom Hardy's Bane. It's just one of my favorite things ever.
Do you now? Well then, welcome to the League of Shadows.
This is your freedom.
I'll be honest, his Bane is actually really good. I've adjusted it several times.
No, it's not. No,
Okay, we are
no,
now
it's not.
here.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Okay, we have moved to a
The
new
Dark
part of the
Knight
map.
Rises.
Everyone follow that ping.
Nope.
What?
It's fine.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, I pinged again.
Well, I mean really good in a humorous way, John. It's
Oh yeah, it's that.
yes, I absolutely love it. Matter of fact, if you put a cup over your mouth while you're saying it, you sound even more like Bane, and it's just awesome.
I am
Oh,
very
I found it,
confused.
guys. I found it.
That's okay. And Kalani.
So Bane is a villain in a Batman movie.
Okay, so you guys just ran through the door to your immediate left. And this room is filled with generic office type surroundings, even though it looks completely blank. That's what your imagination is for. So there's like cubicles and desks and like printers and racks of papers and invoices and banker's boxes full of old stuff and servers and computers and stuff.
Okay. We head for the back door, or the door that is to the alley. And as we go there, I want to use move light object and open one of the doors.
What? Open one of the doors? What do you mean one of the doors?
As a distraction, open one of the doors to some of the offices. Yeah, like one of the doors to one of the offices, so that the bad guys think we go in there when we really go out the building and bolt.
Okay, so you're in the office area right now because that was the closest thing to you when they saw you.
Yes.
So you can like run through the various corridors. You can see Gerard like through all the walls. You can see that there are like a lot of interconnected rooms here. It's almost labyrinthian in its design. So you guys can run through here and try to double back to the factory manufacturing floor, which is where the emergency exits let out into the alleyway. Or you can follow the offices and they let out at the street side of the building.
Which one is the most direct path?
There are numerous doors back to the manufacturing floor that are closer to you than the floor to the entrance.
Okay, we go to the entrance then. Or at least that's where I will lead.
Okay. So you can hear you run because you can see through walls. You can navigate through the complex system of rooms very well. So we'll say that you make it to the front of the building without catching sight of your pursuers, although you can, well, without Kalani catching sight of the pursuers. Gerard can see they're trailing after you guys, and Kalani, you can hear them pursuing you. And Gerard, you can see that there are several Sith outside the building, walking along the sidewalk.
So we're gonna run into them?
If you go outside.
Hold the light object distraction thing. You have line of sight beyond walls. Send them running off in some other direction.
Yeah, see if I can't do that. Make them think that they heard a noise down the alley and we'll go the other way.
Okay, roll move light object.
You mean use the force?
Yes, that.
Okay.
Yeah, they both run off towards the northern alley as you like move dumpster or something over there. Okay, well, not the entire dumpster, like the dumpster lid or something, because the dumpster doesn't count as a light object.
The lid shuffled a little bit and they heard it.
Okay, so what do you guys do as soon as you see them run off?
As soon as they run off, I would suggest we bolt and go the other way.
Okay, you Usain Bolt out of there.
And we go the opposite way that they went.
Okay, as you approach the edge of the building, right around the corner here is where you parked your speeder. You see that the Sith speeder is still parked, landed like right next to your speeder, sort of boxing it into the wall.
Is said Sith speeder empty?
Yes, the speeder's empty, but you see that there are 2 Sith on this side of the building in the alleyway, keeping watch.
Can you
Dra-
distract
you
them
also
too?
see that the Sith acolyte and his lackeys are approaching the entrance of the building.
Okay, which side of the speeders are the 2 Sith that are guarding the hallway on? Or the alleyway?
There's one on the right side of it and one on the left side. Okay, I should map this out here so it's more clear.
So one between the speeders and one on the other side.
So there's one like further down the alley, and then there's one in between you guys and the speeders. The speeders are, your speeder is like right here. The speeder is like right here. Do my beautiful drawings make it make sense?
Yeah, it's a lot different than what I was thinking, but it makes more sense.
Can you distract them too?
I nod and try to use move light object again to get the one between us and the speeders to go away from the speeders.
Okay, where do you move the object? Like further into the alley?
I want him to be away from the speeders so we can get in them and flee.
Yeah, do you want him to come out onto the street, like to the south of you, or to go further into the alley by where his buddy is?
Okay. I think one of our issues is the edge of the map there a building?
There's enough room to get past that other speeder. There's probably like 2 more squares worth of map before the building.
Okay, I want him to go as far away from the speeders as possible. Probably back towards his buddy.
Okay, in that case, do you want to have the disturbance be on the far side of his buddy? Otherwise, it'll bring his buddy closer to the speeders. Like, for example, if the distraction's like right here, or like here or something, then they're converge. Or if it's like way down here or something, then they'll both go that way. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, they both move off in that direction. So you guys can roll stealth to maneuver over there.
There we go. I've got an 18.
Okay, they have disadvantage. So luckily they do not have a 30. They have a 16.
Okay.
So they do not notice you sneak up to the speeders.
They're beans and stuff.
Shush. Shush. Shush.
So it looks like the Sith speeder has sort of like pinned your stolen speeder up against the wall. And so one doorway is crammed up against one side of the Sith speeder, and the other door is crammed up against the wall of the building.
Yeah, so is the Sith speeder still working?
It seems it's not running, but it seems like it's not damaged.
Kalani, forgive me. This is going to make a lot of noise. Gerard will grab the Sith speeder and smash it up against the building to the south of us and rush in to get into the other speeder to take off.
Okay then.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess standard action to do that. Move up to like run over to the speeder and open the door. So yeah, you definitely can't make it into the speeder before the guys in the alleyway clearly hear the noise and abruptly spin around and see you guys. So we're gonna say they get a shot off at you before you make it into the speeder.
Also, which of us is the better pilot?
Probably you. I only have +5 dex, and that's about it.
+5 dex?
The question is, do either of you have the pilot skill?
Yep.
You might actually be better than by a little bit. My dex is +4.
The question of whether or not he's better may be more like whether or not he's conscious.
Yeah, I figured that. He probably would have handed Ariel to you and just said, "Go."
Yeah, so if you rushed, they both shot at you if you were rushing the speeder. But the good news is they're out of range of sonic weapons, so they're using regular weapons.
So are you hinting at that I could try to deflect everything or something?
I'm hinting at that you have a 10% chance by rerolling deflect to be able to deflect that with a nat 20.
Decent rolls, but that's okay.
The other one is below your reflex. Is it?
Am I adjacent to him by any chance?
Oh, your reflex is actually not that high. Okay.
Yeah, it's only 25, not that high, so I would have blocked the first one.
Okay, yeah, so you blocked the first one. So then
Am I adjacent?
it didn't sound to me like you were adjacent.
I've been sticking close. Don't know why that would have changed.
It sounds to me like you shoved Ariel into your arms and then ran towards the. I mean, I guess you could run after him while carrying Ariel.
Let me see what the negative is on my deflect, and then I'll roll it.
Or do you have a skill that would help out in this situation?
Yeah, I can
Kalani?
deflect both of them. It's just that. Oh, for Kalani, I don't know.
You can deflect both of them? I'm confused.
Yeah, any blaster fired.
Well, you can attempt to deflect both of them. He's saying.
Yeah, I can attempt to deflect both of them. It's just I get a reroll no matter what. So I'm just looking up the roll for the negative because
I think it's a -2.
The first one would have. So I'd only have to roll one more time, and it's a -2. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm trying to essentially give another reroll by using Sheltering Stance to deflect. I can use block and deflect to defend adjacent allies.
Yeah, if you want to make a deflect roll, you can, Kalani, I guess, versus a second attack. Well, first of all, let Gerard try to deflect it, and then you can try.
The 32, which would be a 30 for the second one, is what I would get, since the first one hit, or was successful in blocking.
So
Okay, Kalani, so the bolt is incoming towards Gerard, and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to deflect it. So you can roll deflect. Okay, so unfortunately, the flurry of lightsabers swishing everywhere, the soldier manages to get a bolt in between your blades, and it hits Gerard in the chest, and he collapses to the ground, unconscious.
You would have heard "keep her" and "safe" exit his lungs as he collapsed to the ground.
Oh boy. Are there charges and things going on now? I'm confused.
Okay, well, their turn was attacking, so it's your turn now. Gerard got the door to the speeder open before falling at the ground next to it. So you could, with your superb strength, drag Gerard and Ariel into the speeder.
Yes.
Okay. So Kalani dives, dragging one of the Lax limbs in each hand. As she, I don't know, uses move light object or something to float her lightsaber out of her hand.
This is my tail.
Oh, your tail. You toss your lightsaber into the air and grab it with your tail while you grab the Lax limbs with your paws.
No, I'm probably grabbing one of them with my tail.
I thought your tail could only move light objects without you being, like, encumbered or something.
I don't know. I'm confused.
Something like that.
Okay, well, what if we want to say you use your tail to drag them in? We can do that, because you only have to move 2 squares if we want to play. Okay, so you drag one of them with... I mean, since you're already holding Ariel, you probably drag Gerard with your tail into the speeder.
Yeah. Oh, trying to visualize this.
So
This is
you
funny.
drag them both into the speeder, and as you're all like piled up in the seat, you can try to make a pilot check to see if you can start the speeder this turn, and amongst all the chaos of bodies.
Oh boy, come on, dice. Be nice to me for once.
don't forget force point too if you want to use it.
Yeah, this is probably a good time.
Okay, so you hear the engine of the speeder roar to life as you turn it on. And the two Sith guys start running towards the speeder while opening fire, and you hear the blaster bolts colliding into the hull of the speeder.
So, yeah, I want to get out of here.
Okay, make another pilot check. Any use a force point, or that's... Okay. Nope. Okay, so you pilot the speeder out of the alley and into the air and begin fleeing the scene immediately, I'm assuming.
Yes.
You
yes.
see the Sith
Possibly sooner.
acolyte and his henchmen running out of the front entrance. And you turn off down the street and start flying away. As you fly down, you notice that like the communications array of the ship like receives like an automated transmission that says, "This area is under Sith lockdown. Land immediately."
It's all on you, Kalani. Both Leoxalims are out cold.
I'm trying to get out of here one way or another. I don't know where. I don't know the city.
Okay, make a
Time
use
out,
computer
why?
check. Why are you blaming me? How is this my fault?
I'm not gonna even dignify that.
Okay, make a use computer check to investigate the sensors of the airship. Yeah, so you notice that on the sensors you can see what appear to be designated as like they just show up on the UI of your ship. They just show up as like marked as like authority vehicles or like police cars or whatever. There's sort of like a perimeter of them in like a multi-block radius of that you're flying directly towards.
Of course.
It looks like direct. Like if you just continue flying directly straight, there's not one currently immediately in your path. But as you continue speeding down the street, you see one moving towards your current heading. As you again hear a message telling you to land immediately.
Aren't I already flooring it, Barry? Thought I was. I'm trying to get out of here, quick.
The trick is you have to depress the pedal so that it goes through the floor.
That makes you go faster, right?
Okay, so what do you want to do, Kalani?
I'm not seeing much else I can do except just for it. Yeah, that.
Okay, make another pilot check.
What do you think,
Okay,
guys?
your sudden appearance.
Another
The
force
first
point, guys,
roll
or
is
what?
going to roll it. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were contemplating that. Well, lucky for you. Yeah, so you blow past the perimeter, and the two ships nearest to you begin pursuit. You have a moderate lead against them.
Your piloting checks are getting progressively better. During my scene, mine got progressively worse.
Okay, what do you do, Kalani? Do you continue flying in a beeline, escaping, or do you have any other strategies you want to try to argue for bonus points on your next roll, or you just want to make another pilot roll?
I don't know the city. I don't know piloting. What? Eh.
Do you have a comlink?
Yes, I think. Yeah, I should have. Nothing that I know of. I'm confused. What's going on? What am I supposed to do?
You can do anything you want to do. The question is, what does Kalani choose to do?
Maybe you could ask one of your passengers to use a navigation computer or like a GPS to find out.
Both of her the passengers are unconscious.
It would make it even funnier if you asked them.
Well, I mean, did any of the people who didn't go have any question that it would be like this?
Okay, Kalani, it sounds like you just continue flooring it in an attempt to escape, so make another pilot check. Do you want to let that stand or use a force point?
I never use so many first points in a row.
You could like use the force to see if there's like a traffic jam or something somewhere up ahead that you could like lead them into, and maybe they get stuck in it and you escape from it or something.
Fly low, go down alleyways, try to lose that something.
Oh wait, she's in an airplane?
She's in an
Oh.
airspeeder.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
she
an
can fly.
airspeeder.
Yeah, not a spaceship, but it can fly into the sky.
There's too many different types of vehicles in this game.
And my pursuers are in what kind of?
Yeah, similar ships. Except, yeah.
If they were stuck on the ground, that would have been nice.
So do you want to use a force point or not?
I have no reference for what is a good roll and what is a bad roll on this piloting.
Well, you're competing against the pilot, so you can see what they did last time.
Yeah, you can see what they did last time, what their bonuses are. They have a plus 12 to their bonus total. So they're probably trained and skilled in it.
Wonderful.
So basically what you're doing is you're setting the difficulty for their roll. The higher you roll, the better.
Okay, in your frantic flight, you seem to be gradually pulling ahead of your pursuers.
And if you want, your comms are also still connected to the rest of the party if they'll listen to you.
And it's been about 6 turns since Gerard was knocked unconscious, so in 4 turns he gets to try to make a DC 10 Constitution check to wake back up. So what do you want to do, Kalani? Continue flying?
I guess maybe start turning this way and that to try to lose them. I already don't even know where I am, so what's...
Okay, so make another pilot check.
Of course.
Okay, yeah, somehow it seems like as you make turns, it almost seems like the people pursuing you somehow know the turns you're going to make better than you know before you even make them. It could just be that they know the city a lot better than you do, so they seem to be gaining on you.
When I don't even know where I'm going. They know the random turns I'm gonna make.
I mean, they're Sith, so we might assume that perhaps they have some slight force sensitivity assisting them.
Yay. Well, then I'm gonna go back to flooring it away from them.
Okay, make another pilot check.
Apparently I do better with that.
Do you want to let that one stand?
Yeah, I'm eating through my force points way too quick. And that's actually a
Okay.
pretty decent roll there.
Yeah, so you go back to just flying away from them. And it seems that the way this is currently going, the ship that Gerard stole seems to be better at raw speed than the pursuing ships.
Yay for overly cheap bureaucrats.
I'm gonna say that each of these things takes 2 rounds, not 1. So, Gerard, you can make your DC 10 check now. Your DC Constitution check.
Oh, because I'm at helpless. Okay.
Does it count that in this roll?
Yeah, I was about to ask that. Does that count? Because that's the condition track stuff.
It's very unclear. If it did count it, it would be basically impossible to succeed. So what I've seen people say online is that it doesn't count that.
Okay.
So you can just roll it and we'll look at the raw dice roll and compare that.
Okay, the raw dice roll would be a 13 plus 2. Total of 15 without the helpless thing.
Yeah, so according to what I've seen, that should be counted as successfully regaining consciousness. So you move 1 step on the condition track and you recover hit points equal to your level.
Alright, what's the situation?
Yeah, it definitely doesn't count the helpless thing because it says if you fail by 5 or more, you die. And it would be a very high chance of death if to count it the penalty. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you wake back up in the back of, well, not really in the back. I don't think Kalani had time to put you in the back. You wake up sort of just piled in a heap on the passenger seat with Ariel. Kalani frantically flies the speeder at breakneck speed. So what is your reaction upon regaining consciousness?
Looking at Kalani, what's the situation?
Running?
And then Gerard would move Ariel into the back seat.
Okay. Okay, Kalani, you can make another pilot check.
I have 4 points left.
Do you want them to catch up, or do you want them, or do you want to give them a decent chance?
Oh, so you can continue increasing your lead, although dodging the traffic for this few moments of time seems a little bit more difficult, so you don't pull far as ahead of them as you were before. But they're getting a little bit further and out of range every passing moment. Oh, so Barry, also you said that you were going to tell Kalani where your ship is, so you probably do that as well, right?
When you get a chance to lose them, go here. This is where our ship is located. It should be safe that it should.
I kind of don't know what I'm doing here.
In that case, keep flying. Let's see if we cannot lose our pursuers and then go here.
Yeah, lose them how?
By keep flying. Remember, there is no emotion, there is peace.
Deep breath.
Okay, you can make another pilot check.
Is it even worth doing a force point on that one?
It could be. Remember, you're setting their difficulty, so keep that in mind.
With 3 force points left. Oy.
And while she's piloting, and after I get Ariel in the back seat, I'm going to sit in the passenger seat and see if I can't go up on the condition track as much as I can.
Yeah. Yeah, so since we're saying basically this is taking 2 rounds per thing, you can go 2 steps up on the condition track before the next roll. Connie, what have you decided to do? And is this 15?
Yeah.
Okay.
And force point would not have helped this time.
Yeah, so at this early hour of the morning / late hour of the night, it's like 4 a.m. So there's like some drunk driver or something who careens into your path, and you are slowed by that. And by the time you start fleeing again, the Sith are closing in on you again.
Have any suggestions?
Fly faster.
I just give him a look.
You just see he's sitting there in the passenger seat with a smile on his face as he's just trying to calmly take everything in and relax, recover. The picture.
Do you want to
perfect
try to
Jedi.
continue recovering, or do you want to try to assist Kalani in her piloting?
I'm gonna keep recovering at least one more turn and then help.
Okay. Yes, you can get back up to the top of the condition track after this round. Or after these 2 rounds. Okay, Kalani, make another pilot check. Okay, how are we feeling about a force point on this one?
I feel like banging my head against the wall.
I would personally recommend it on this one for certain, because the next time I'll be able to start assisting and whatnot. Whoa.
So despite your best efforts, it seems that the Sith are starting to get over their initial surprise at having you run their barricade, and they catch up to you a little bit more.
Okay, how far are they from us?
They're pretty close. One of them is following more directly behind you. The other one's a little bit further up in altitude from you, surveilling you from an higher vantage point.
Okay, actual physical distance, please.
I'd say the one behind you is probably like 5 speeder lengths behind you. The other one is probably like 10 speeder lengths back and 10 speeder lengths up.
Okay. I'm going to grab the one that's following directly behind us and throw it up into the one that's following a little bit back and behind. There we go. It'll be a 30 whatnot.
Okay, I'm trying to. I don't think that'll work in ranges.
5 speeder links, assuming a speeder is roughly 15 feet. That would be within 90 feet. I could move the one right behind us.
I thought the range of move object was only like 12 squares.
He's got extended. His is much
Yeah,
more.
Does it change the amount of distance that you can move the object to?
For
'Cause
the
they-
move?
I
I'm
think
not
they're
sure.
too far apart.
Okay, in that case, I just slam him into the ground. Or towards the ground.
Also, what size category is an airspeeder?
Also, since it's a flying thing, it gets like a grapple check, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you trying to kill us, guys?
I'm just trying to follow the rules. And also, we tried to tell you not to do this, so
a speeder would
You
be
all
considered
who are
a
not
huge-
involved in this should try to shut up and hold your peace and let the GM handle his mess. Or make helpful suggestions.
I would think a speeder would be a huge object. Or large.
Yeah, it's huge. Okay, let's just use this ship right here. So we'll just use these nice stats here. So the pros grapple check is going to be very bad. Okay. Yeah, that ship goes suddenly just hurtles towards the ground. And yeah, the pilot is gonna have to see how he can deal with that at disadvantage, because he clearly was not expecting that. Okay, he manages to avoid crashing into the ground, but he's definitely thrown a curveball.
See what you can do now. I've cleared at least some way for us and given us a little breathing room.
Okay, Clonny, so want to make another pilot check?
You should do like an Independence Day, deploy the emergency parachute and then cut it loose and try to obscure their vision and make them crash into a canyon. Always a classic move.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you could cut the
this is-
roof off the speeder with lightsabers.
Okay, how are we feeling about that one in terms of force points? Eagle?
It's up to you. Again, you're the one setting the difficulty for their pilot check.
No. Nope.
Okay, the other one continues following you from its further back location, but it stays on your trail while the other one tries to recover. It's now much further off in the distance. after narrowly avoiding crashing to the pavement.
Alright, and then this turn I'm going to assist her in piloting, seeing if I can't give her an advantage.
Okay, you have to make a pilot check.
Nat 20, boy.
Okay, so that normally that'd be a +2 for Kalani, but we'll give Kalani a +5 because of the nat 20. So Kalani, you can go ahead and make your pilot check with the +5. Okay, so that's a 30, or did that have the 5 built in? Oh, that had the 5 built in already. So there's a 25. So you want to use a force point?
I have 2 force points left. No.
Okay.
Can't have any more of my force points. Evil, evil Kai.
Okay, so mechanics wise, with that roll, they won the skill challenge, which means story game wise, the ship above you sort of like gets directly over your ship, and they use some sort of weapon to disable your engines, and your ship starts crashing towards the ground.
Can I do anything to rip it off?
To rip what off?
Them?
They're not attached to you. They're just flying above you.
Lightsaber through
Okay.
your roof into their bottom.
Okay, I'm gonna use my talent to get back, move object, and I'm gonna throw him, assuming he's in range. I'm assuming he's within like 18 squares, which is 90 feet.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use a force point on that one.
You can only use 1 force point per turn. You said you used it to regain your force power.
No, I used a talent to do that.
Oh. Do you have that like
I
telekinetic
have.
prodigy thing or whatever?
Telekinetic savant, yes.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, cool.
So it would be a DC 30 instead of a 25. 33.
Okay, they will attempt. So where to avoid that? Okay, they also fail. So where do you try to throw them?
Into a nearby building.
Okay. Yes, there's a sudden fireball as the ship crashes into the side of a nearby building as you like force it into. Instead of going along the road, there was like a side street. You shove it into the side street right as there's a building looming up on the corner, and it smashes into the building on the corner and explodes. And your ship that you're in continues crashing towards the ground since your engines are no longer functioning.
That's alright. See if we can't land as safely as you can, Kalani. We'll make a break for it as quickly as we can. See if we can't get to our ship.
Okay, so we're gonna pause here to take a break because both of my water bottles are empty and I need more water.
All right.
So we'll reconvene around 10:32.
Sounds good.